All right, on behalf of the Summersville Forestry Council, we thank everybody for being here today. For all you kids, what is today? What are we doing today?
Arbor Day.
Arbor Day, all right. So for all you guys that don't know, Summersville is a Tree City USA city. We've been a Tree City USA member for 18 years. And with that, our responsibility is to kind of take care of all the trees in the city, plus help everybody understand how good trees are for our environment and for everybody involved with that, which is everybody in here today, huh? So we appreciate everybody being here. There's a couple other groups that helped us with this. As we move through, I think all you guys got something you guys are going to entertain us with. So I'm going to kick that over to you guys. And we greatly appreciate y'all taking part in this. And good luck, sir.
Today we are here to celebrate Arbor Day and to show you why trees are terrific. But what makes trees so amazing? Let's break it down. It's the sum of their parts.
We grow underground. We take in water. We help the trees stay strong. We hold the tree up. We carry water. We support the tree. We make food from sunlight. We give oxygen. We grow new trees. We feed people and animals. All these parts work together.
Just like it now, parts make up all.
I am strong because of all my parts, roots, trunk, leaves, and seeds. Trees are terrific because they are the sum of their parts.
West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains.
All right, awesome guys, appreciate that. Hey, how many of you guys have planted a tree before? Raise your hands. So, got a little bit of qualifications in, right? One of the guys that's on the Forestry Council with us is Jack Spencer. He's on the Forestry Council with us. He also works for the Division of Forestry. So I'm gonna kick it over to Jack, and he's gonna talk about planting a tree. So make sure you listen, because he's got a lot of knowledge on this. So, Jack, your turn.
First of all, I've got a special friend I'd like for everybody to meet, and he is one of the most professional people, all of us, that protect trees. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna count to three. I'm 1, 2, 3. We're gonna say, Smokey, Smokey, come out wherever you are. Fair enough? Y'all with me on this? Now I want to hear it. I don't want to. That you done a good job singing that song, but I want to hear it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Smokey, Smokey, come out wherever you are. Let's see. There. All right. See what we got. Oh, scoot out of the way, guys. Let's get him. Smokey, you want to sit down here? We'll let you sit down there. Anybody want to come and shake hands with Smokey? Everybody come up here. All of you come up here and form the line. We'll come and shake hands with Smokey. And I'll tell you what, right here is the main guy protecting trees. Okay, guys, it is extremely hot, and Smokey, I don't want Smokey to pass out on me like I did last Friday. I took heat stroke. So I'm going to send Smokey back to the cave. Everybody tell him bye. Bye. Thank you, Smokey, for coming out. Thank you, buddy. Everybody, I want you to know something. Right there is the guy that is one of the most important people around protecting trees. You guys know what Smokey does?
He protects trees.
He does what?
Protects the trees.
He protects. You're exactly right. Good job, young lady.
Smokey's all about forest fire protection and protecting the trees. Right now we're in fire season. Right here in Nicholas County alone, we've had 8 fires so far this year. But nothing major. We've got them taken care of. Old Smokey jumps out there and he wears me out. He'll get me out of bed at 1 o'clock in the morning to go fight fires. You believe that? But you know what else? We're protecting those trees. The trees are one of the most important things we need to live. Anybody know what trees produce to where would make us live? What? Oxygen. Man, you guys are a super smart bunch. Anybody else want to tell me some stuff about trees?
That they have roots.
Okay. There's another really cool thing we always got to point out about trees. Just a minute, okay? Just a minute. Did you all know there's 55 counties in the state of West Virginia? Did you know the only resource that provides trees or provides jobs for our parents and me and the teachers and stuff in this room, the only resource that provides for all counties is trees? Y'all know that? Trees are very important to us because of that. We need to be able to survive. Okay, let's notice something else real funny. Everybody likes to go to the beach, right? Fun to go to the beach. What happens when you get to the beach? Hot, ain't it? Real hot. Always hot at the beach. Is it fun to be hot all the time? No, it's not. Do you know, okay, then we come hike here to West Virginia. Do you know why it's cooler here than it is at the beach? We've got a lot more trees here. Those trees, if they absorb the sunlight, there's a lot of stuff those trees do for us. They protect the soil, they provide us furniture, they provide us jobs. I can't tell you all the cool stuff trees do. And for that reason, we celebrate today. What is today again? Arbor Day, right? We're celebrating trees. And if a lot of people would realize how important those trees were, it'd scare you. But while we like to do all this stuff, we like to educate you young folks on the importance of trees. You know how you think, well, my friend's got this cool bike and I don't. My bike's different than his. Well, you know what? It takes, with trees, the reason everything provides a purpose. Just because something's different don't mean it's worse than anything we got going on. With that's why the good Lord made everything different. And you got all kind of different trees. You got fruit trees, you got shade trees, you got all this, like right here in this around this area. I get to be on the Forestry Council now with these guys. These guys are a lot of fun. But usually, I'm dealing with trees out in the middle of nowhere. These trees are used for timber production. We come here into town, we have shade trees, we have fruit trees, we got trees in the park. Trees are so awesome. And we're going to go plant a tree here in just a little bit. One of the first things we do when we're planting a tree, we have to have that big root ball on that tree, right? The root system. We got to dig that hole big enough to where we can get that whole root system flat down in the tree. We don't want none of the roots sticking up, right? Right? Okay. Once we do that, then we want to put the dirt, we want to tamp the dirt in around it real good. Then we get all that dirt, we level all that stuff out. We got to put the tree in first. I'm getting ahead of myself. Once we got the hole dug, we put the tree in. We make sure the hole's big enough. Then we put the dirt back in around it. So, what's the importance of that dirt? Hold the tree up where the roots can spread out, right? That's just like adults and kids. The adult is the tree. You know how like a tree will have nuts and various things? That's like adults and children. We have been established ourselves, and it's time for you guys to get established. We're teaching you guys all this stuff, so someday you can turn around and teach it to your kids. One day you guys will be established big trees, and then you'll have little kids like you are right now. I'll tell you what, that's one of the best things in the world, having little kids. But anyway, that's about enough of my rambling. So anyway, I will turn this back over to Mr. Neal. Thank you guys on behalf of the West Virginia Division of Forestry. And a special thank you to the power company for donating the money to us to help buy these trees with. You guys, thanks for your time.
All right, so how many species of trees grow in West Virginia?
A lot.
Okay, how many's a lot?
70.
6? There's over 100 different species of trees grow in West Virginia. It's a lot, isn't it? And right now we grow more trees than we did 50 years ago. So everywhere you look, as you go home today, start looking around, see how many trees you see everywhere. So it's extremely important, and it's good to just know all that, because as you grow older, you start looking at all this, like, man, there's trees everywhere. So think about that, and I'll challenge you when you go home, look and see what all trees are used for. And every day you go through, you'll be really surprised. Who all brushed their teeth this morning? Everybody brush their teeth? You know you had to use trees to do that? Look in your toothpaste. There's actually trees in toothpaste. Who all chews gum? Got to have trees to make gum. So it's really, really crazy how much stuff trees are used for. So think about that. I think one of the guys with the power company wants to say a few words. I'm going to kick it over to them.
All right, Chris, I'm going to try not to use that. I think I can be loud enough, so appreciate the opportunity. My name's Todd Riggleman. I'm the forestry manager for Run Power and Potomac Edison. We are the ones that provide the electricity for this area and a lot of other areas within the state. I do have two of the foresters that work for me. We help to maintain the trees to try to keep them out of the electric lines so we can keep what? Lights on? How much do you hate it when you go home and the lights don't come on, power's out, we had a storm, you're out of electric? I hate it as much as anybody. I'm the first one that calls whenever I'm out. Because I figure if I'm the first one to call, maybe I'm one of the first ones to get their lights back on, okay? I don't like being in the dark. I'm not scared, but I just don't like it. So a lot of conveniences around the house that we like. Anyway, I did want to mention I had Tyler Carr and Andrew Bales. They're both work for us, that they're help to work with contractors that work with keeping the trees pruned. Yes, one, I guess, message that I have here today, when we're planting, we want to make sure that we're planting the tree in the right place, okay? Plant those things under the power line, what do you think we're going to have to do eventually?
Cut out of the power line.
Cut it out of the power lines, because most of our lines out here are bare, okay? They're bare wires, they're up on the high, so we don't have any issues as long as we can keep those trees from growing up into them. So we spend a lot of time, a lot of money keeping the lights on. It's a simple job, really. That's all I'm trying to do is keep the lights on. But we do have to maintain the trees, so I guess the one speech, and Brian, I think, said something earlier, going to see where we're going to plant trees and hoping that we weren't putting them under the power line. Now you can do that as long as you put the right tree. Certain trees don't grow very high, okay? But if you put certain ones in, they're going to grow up and they're going to get into the power lines, and we don't like that because we could have power interruptions. a safety concern. So if you see trees up in the power lines, stay away from them, okay? But anyway, we're happy to be here. I don't know how many years this is that we've done this. Chris had mentioned that Summersville was part of Tree City, USA. Well, we're part of Tree Line, USA. It's another thing, just where utilities, if they do certain things, if they help participate in Arbor Day celebrations, if they help to train their workers, there's a whole list of criteria that we have to do to become a Tree Line utility. And we're pretty proud of that. First Energy's been a Tree Line utility for, honestly, I don't know how many years, a long time. We've only been part of First Energy for a while, but First Energy has been a Tree Line utility for a long time. And some of these activities help us to remain a Tree Line utility. So, glad to be here, glad that we can provide, and I've told everybody, as long as I'm the manager, we're going to still provide trees down for Summersville because of this. The assembly, the time that you guys spend, I enjoy coming down. I actually have another one of these in Elkins today. Elkins is a tree city. We have trees that we provided for the city of Elkins that we're going to plant this afternoon. So I may leave, depending on how long we're out here. I need to be in Elkins at 1. So we appreciate the opportunity, and thank you all.
Thanks, Todd. All right, so you all did some posters, right? Everybody did posters, worked on posters. So probably have, can you guys all right here, can you go this way? Like, so we got room so we can see who won some poster work. I'll ask teachers to come up and help too. Forestry Council people, you too. So today, our Forestry Council, it comprises of 5 people. Four on the board. Cam helps me out a bunch. Brian's in town. Our other guys, we're all volunteers, so we don't get paid to do it. Everybody's got jobs, so everybody else kind of got called out for work today. So Brian Bostic's here to help me. Cam Neal's here to help me. So with that, we got, I'm going to kick it over to Ms. Hoover, let you take over from here.
All right.
Oh, you got it.
So what we did, guys, you all had a poster contest. It had to include the title, the theme for West Virginia for 2026. The theme was Trees Are Terrific and a Sum of Their Parts. Sum spelled S-U-M. And guys, what does sum mean in math? What are we doing when we find the sum? We are adding. So what your poster had to have was the parts that make a tree successful. So you all said that in your program. A trunk, roots, leaves, seeds, all of that makes a successful tree. Soil, yeah. So we narrowed down all of our posters within our classroom down to 5 apiece. So 5 for me, Miss Hoover, and 5 for Miss Gibson. And they came yesterday and they judged them, and they have chosen one for each class. So without further ado, I believe the one that you all chose from my room, was it this one?
Yep.
All right, so this was Reese McKinney. Come on down, Reese.
Slide over that way just a little bit.
And if he'll stand right there and we'll get a picture.
Congratulations, sir.
All right, congratulations. All right, and Miss Gibson's class, out of her 5, they chose, I believe, was it this one, Brian?
Yep.
All right, this one, and that was Henley Sadler, and she is not here today, but I'll go ahead and get a picture with you all if you want to. Is that okay?
Come on, Jack.
Come on, Jack.
Jack stepped out on me a minute ago, but I introduced you earlier. So.
If y'all want to point to it, or there we go. All right, thank you. All right, and do you want me to pull? Yeah. There you go.
You don't want to. All right, so Miss Trescott's got the 5th grade class from New Life. They did a little bit different. They snuck one in on me. They did it as a group project. So it's a pretty interesting poster when you get to looking at it. So
When you don't follow the instructions.
our instructions may be a little vague, but if we will, we'll get all you guys maybe to come up here and stand around it so we can get your picture too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. This is awesome stuff. But all right. Thank all you guys for doing that. We appreciate it. I will kind of turn it over to the teachers on how you guys want to dismiss to go look at trees, plant trees, I'm sorry. So I will kick it over to you, Ms. Hoover, however you want to.
We got the hole dug, right? We know the hole is big enough for the root ball, right? Look, see that big ball of burlap on the bottom of that? And the good thing about that will absorb water. We can cut that off if we want to. But it sooner or later, it will dissolve on its own. But we're gonna get this big old bear looking dude over here to pick that thing up and put it in the hole, which all the roots are already where they need to be. It's not compacted on the sides or nothing. Then we're gonna start filling around it and slowly get all that stuff brought back up to where it's level with the ground. You want this to be the base of the tree. You want this to be as level as you can get it with the top of the ground, right? Mm-hmm. Once we do that, then we're gonna fill all that around. Ain't that cool?
Yes.
I won't. The fun part is getting your fingers dirty and stuff, putting the dirt around. Maybe Mr. Neal here or Mr. Bostic will let you use the shovel to put some dirt around the tree. And when we're playing and stuff, we can look out and see these trees, right? What are we gonna think one of these days when we drive by here and you're dropping your kids off to school and you say, hey, I helped plant that tree right there, and the kid walks over and picks an apple or something off of it. Wouldn't that be cool? That's what it's all about, guys. Planting these trees, and keep in mind one thing about these trees. And my buddy that was here a little bit ago, Smokey Bear, we don't play with matches. We don't set the woods on fire because it hurts the tree when we burn them, right? So what are we gonna do? No matches. What do we do when we find matches? Tell them the dog, right? Well, I'll tell you what I did do. I was at a fire. I had a fire one time. Little boy about your all's age told me he was playing Survivor. And he had these 2 orange rocks and he cracked them together. And fire jumped all over the place. And he set the woods on fire. Well, guess what? I wasn't real happy with it. So me and him, we had to go up to his house and meet his mom. And his mom was in a wheelchair. And you know, there can be legal problems, like getting in trouble with the police when you set the woods on fire and you cause damage. So me being a nice guy, tell you what I've done. I could see he had a cigarette lighter in his pocket. So I told him, I said, you pull that cigarette lighter out and you tell your mom what really happened, and I'll make you go to the fire department, sweep and mop the floor, and we'll call this even. Now he don't want nothing to do with setting fires. So there's consequences for your actions. If you do stuff, sometimes you might have to pay the price for what you done. Thank you guys for your time. I've got to run to Birch River and do one of these at Birch River. But always enjoy talking to you guys. You're a very nice bunch of well-behaved kids. Thank you.
All right, guys, so we're going to split in half, right? Half of you at this tree, half of you at this tree. I'll get the Mon guys down here to help. Thank you, Jack. The wire is cut. Just need to get the rope off and do that. Pick it up. Make sure you put it at the tree, not on each other, okay?
You still got about 7 more field trips. Yeah.